Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of 31 Days of Halloween. My name is Natalie and I am the owner of Nautical Beauty, which is a mobile beauty service located in Perth, Western Australia. Today we are going over the list of the 10 most haunted places in Australia. Now for day 3 we went over the world, today we are just going over Australia. So let's get started. Number 1. The Monte Cristo Homestead, Junee, New South Wales. Introducing the place that claims to be the most haunted house in Australia. The 2-story Victorian manor was built by pioneer Christopher William Crawley in New South Wales town of Junee in 1885, before his homestead became riddled with death. A stable boy burned to death, a baby girl thrown down the stairs, a maid lobbed off a balcony, and a caretaker shot dead, among others. Pictures of the creepy Crawleys still hang on the walls today. Number 2. Arrowdale Mental Hospital, Ararat, Victoria, Australia. It is estimated that an astonishing 13,000 people passed away within the walls of the so-called Ararat Lunatic Asylum over its 140 years of operation, which makes for plenty of potential ghost stories. Victoria's earliest psychiatric institution opened its doors in Ararat way back in the 1860s. And these days, the abandoned mental hospital hosts ghost tours of the haunting grounds. Number 3. Port Arthur, Tasmania. Too many people have met a gruesome death at this World Heritage listed Tasmanian town. First when it housed hardened criminals as a timber station in convict days. Then when gunman Martin Bryant massacred 35 visitors in 1996. More than 2,000 apparitions have been reported over the last 2 decades, particularly inside the Reverend George Eastman's house in the penitentiary. And some local hotels even encourage their guests to fill out a usual occurrence form. Number 4. Fremantle Prison, Fremantle, Perth, Western Australia. Resident ghosts Martha Rendell, who was the last woman hung in WA in the Catholic chapel, and Jack the Library Ghost brushing up on his favourite books are just 2 of the poltergeists that roam the cells of the World Heritage listed convict site, which contained WA's meanest criminals between 1855 and 1991. It is said to be a part of the haunted trio in Fremantle, including the Fremantle Art Centre and the Roundhouse. I will go through all of that in another video, so be sure to subscribe. Number 5. The National Film and Sound Archive in Canberra. Australia's audio-visual archive doesn't sound too spooky, but the building it occupies had a blood-stained history before the film reels and radio tapes moved in 34 years ago. This Canberra icon housed the Australian Institute of Anatomy before 1984, meaning the building collected and stored thousands of body parts, including a stash of human skulls in the downstairs area, and today it reports high levels of paranormal activity. Number 6. Devil's Pool, Queensland. The legend goes that a runaway bride leapt to her death in this sacred Indigenous site when she was barred from marrying her one true love. Her curse on this spookily named Devil's Pool, also known as Babinda Boulders in tropical North Queensland, has lingered ever since. Her spirit is said to have lured 17 men to the watery grave in the past 50 years, remembered with the eerie saying, "He came for a visit and he stayed forever." Number 7. St John's Orphanage, Goulburn in New South Wales. The brutal punishments of the boys and girls at this Catholic orphanage were renowned for 7 decades before St John's finally closed in 1978. Sitting abandoned outside the nearby town of Goulburn for the past 4 decades. These days, there was a knock. I'm home alone at the moment filming and there was a knock. I'm talking about creepy stuff and this happens. Let's continue. These days, the building's smashed windows and windy hallways provide the perfect setting for hair-raising ghost tours of the heritage-listed site. Number 8. Dreamworld Gold Coast, Queensland. One of Australia's favourite amusement parks is also one of the country's most haunted places. Production staff on Big Brother, the reality TV show, reported witnessing the voice of a young girl, on occasion actually seeing her, when filming the program at Dreamworld. And employees of the Gold Coast theme park have also cited the ghost dubbed Jack, a 19th century gold prospector slain by a buzzsaw nearby. The buzzsaw is a ride at Dreamworld where it is said that he hangs around. I personally have been on the buzzsaw way before I knew it was haunted. Number 9. Gladesville Mental Hospital, Gladesville, New South Wales. Perched on the aptly named Bedlam Point, and rather unkindly known as the Tabarn Creek Lunatic Asylum in the early days, Sydney's very first psychiatric hospital only shut down as recently as 1997, closing the books on 159 years of sadistic mistreatment. The Gladesville Mental Hospital is abandoned these days and caked in a layer of graffiti, but still contains the souls of the thousands of anonymous patients who died there. Number 10. Old Melbourne Jail, Melbourne, Victoria. More than 100 hangings took place within the walls of the Old Melbourne Jail between 1863 and 1924. The most famous was legendary Australian bushranger Ned Kelly, whose skull was even displayed in the museum until it was stolen 40 years ago. The Melbourne Jail has a real eerie feeling to it when you walk from cell to cell. Each cell has a story and a different feel to it. Cell 17 has been described as the jail's most haunted cell. Though no one truly knows who or what lurks within, many people have claimed to be physically assaulted by an unseen force within the cells. Many who enter this area of the jail have either been unexplainably scratched or even pushed. So there we have it. That is the 10 most haunted places in Australia. There are so many more places that are said to be haunted and do have some interesting history. Who knows, you've actually maybe been past it, you may have been to these haunted locations. Let me know in the comments if you have. Would love to know and hear your stories about them. If you're near any of the abandoned places that I mentioned and you want to go and investigate, make sure you stay safe and remember the buddy system. I would hate for anything bad to happen to any of you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and a comment. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on another video. I am posting every single day of the month of October. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.